Greetings, coders. In this video, we're going to start digging into Scheme. We're going to start looking at the syntax and the meaning behind how it works. So Scheme is this wild, crazy language. We've talked about bits and pieces of it in the prior videos. It's a variant of Lisp, and it's at least Lisp has been around for many years, and it is meant to formally embody the functional paradigm. While it will sometimes walk away from some of the pure functional capabilities so that it's usable to solve some problems, it's still one of the languages that is very close to this idea behind the functional paradigm. The syntax itself has several differences from the languages that you've looked at so far. For example, keywords are not case sensitive. It does have identifiers and variables. It has this idea of structured forms. So it supports lists and vectors. It also can handle constant data. It has different variable types that can be handled. The comments are different. If you want to leave a comment, it uses a semicolon instead of a forward slash or a forward slash star. And then for describing functions, for documentation, you can use, the convention is to use 3 semicolons in a row. So scheme expressions are in a prefix-ish notation. And so we start with the operator and then the operands coming after that. So if we were doing addition, it would be something like open parentheses plus and then 5 base 6. And those would be the plus being the operator and the operand being the 5 and the 6, and then close parentheses. In addition, expressions are nestable. So we could have, if we had that same example where you have open parentheses plus sign, and then we could open parentheses again and do another expression, say multiply. So you could do a star and then 4 and 5 and close parentheses, and then a 4, and you'd end up with 24. Let's see what that would look like. This is Dr. Racket. You may or may not use this for some of your assignments. It's very handy. It's an IDE that'll run on your computer. And so in the case we wanted to do 5, 6. So this is what 5 plus 6 would look like. And then we can run it. We can also have done this down here and just hit enter. And this is an interactive area where you can put in different expressions. So if we did 5, 6, and then we wanted to do, I think I said star 4 and 5 and another parentheses and then 4, should end up with 24. The output from write goes to standard out. The input comes in from standard input, and it's a single standalone operator. It has no operands, and it basically returns what's entered. So as soon as we define user input here, as soon as it's run, it will read the input from the input device, and then it will return it so that it would effectively set user input, which is a variable. We'll look at this later. And then we could display you entered and then display user input, and this would print out what the user had entered in. Let's try this real quick. We do multiple commands up here, so we're going to have define. Let's try this real quick. Well, we're going to have define user input, and then we're going to read it in. And then the next statement, we will display you entered. And then we will display user input that was read in. And then we can run it. And so it's asking for my input, and I'll say hello, and it returns back, you entered hello. And that's it for this video.